Oh my goodness. I mean, sometime I will. I'll just be that person because I don't care. Is it live? I think
Are we
it is.
live now? Yes, we are.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
I'm extra sassy today, so be real happy you showed up to this live show. I am a hot mess. I'm already in pajamas. I have a burger that I'm waiting to eat until we start because my DoorDash only got here 10 minutes ago when it was supposed to get here 45 minutes ago. So
Jen's a little hangry, is what she's
just
saying.
a little bit, okay, just a little bit. So we'll get to the reading soon because I'm gonna you'll just see my eyes while I'm eating my burger.
This is gonna be a mukbang.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Won't show my face. Hello, friends. Let's say hi. Look who's here. Hello. Welcome to my humble channel for a reading time. Yes, I mean it is. We have this place that does build your own burger, and they're only like $10. And so when I don't want to cook, I tend to order those.
That sounds so good.
It does.
It sounds shirt that says hangry. Yeah, I am hangry sometimes, but it's also just we decided that Tuesdays are worse than Mondays because like Monday you expect it to maybe be shitty, like that's like you have that expectation, but when a Tuesday is shitty, you're like, why? Like why did this make it shitty? You know?
When I feel like on Mondays you still kind of have like the high of the weekend and or this like it's going to be a productive week, beginning of a new like.
You still have hope that it's going to be.
But Tuesdays are like, what do you have on Tuesday?
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. Well,
other than this, of course.
Exactly.
Right.
See, that's why it's on a Tuesday, just to make your Tuesday better.
Smart. I mean, we've got to be coming. Like did we pass a year for this? Like I don't remember when we started.
Gosh, maybe it may.
We must have. We must have.
Oh,
because I feel like it was summertime, or was it in the fall when we were sad and locked inside? I don't know.
I don't remember, but it's been a while. I'm so happy this has kept going.
I'd have to
start during COVID.
Back in my live shows.
Oh.
I'll have to go back in my live show sometime and see.
Did you do the first one, Jen? Who did the first?
Not the very first, but like I signed up within the first like month, so you know it would tell me. Yeah. Oh, see, Patty's on top of it. Let's see what she's reading, and then Bree will have you go. Hey, friends, I'm reading a thriller, domestic dramas at the moment. Mrs. March and the Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Ooh, never heard of those before. So, Patty, you'll need to tell me more about those sometime. Patty reads good books, so I trust that. But,
we love Patty.
Yes, we love Patty. Bree, what you got?
What do I have? Great question. I am finishing Deal with the Demon today, so I'm going to finish that. I will probably finish that very soon, and then I'm continuing reading The Protege.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're annotating.
Ooh. I am annotating because we're passing it around. It's really cool because so far Tamika, Izzy, Jen, and then now it's my turn to.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
That's so fun.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah,
I think I might actually do that. Huh?
Do you get to read like everyone else's comments?
That's why I wanted to be one of the last people so I could see everyone's comments. Like I love seeing I just saw a few of Jen's comments in here and I'm just like, it's my people and they're reading. It's like we're reading together. It's fun.
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Yeah, it's taken a year and a half, but it's fine.
I know we started this so long ago.
I mean, I'm really excited to get mine. I'm very patient, being patient. But I sent around The Bride.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Yeah, and it's like a hardcover, like laminated edition of The Bride. So I'm like hoping that it gets here someday.
Oh, I want to do that now. That's so fun.
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
It is fun. Good stuff. Okay, Victoria, what you reading?
I am going to continue listening to the audiobook of the Casanova. I don't know.
Yes. All right.
One. And I'm probably going to update my journal while I do that.
Elliot. Oh, Elliot. Earl in My Bed. Ooh, I want to read that one. Secret Diver and Achiever. That is a good one, Ginger. That is a good one. I like that one a lot.
And I love Stacey Reid.
I like Stacey Reid.
She's great.
Historicals.
I'm finishing up Tempt Me Your Grace. Ooh. All right. Tiffany, what you got?
I'm reading Chasing 8. It's number 11 in the Rough Riders series by Lorelei James.
Oh.
11?
Yeah, number 11 in the series.
Nice. You read all the rest of them?
I have, except for the novellas. I'm not a huge novella unless it's like unless it's not introducing a new character.
Okay.
If the novella is like maybe an update of like a character that's been, then but I'm not, but I don't normally read them if it's new.
I feel you. Jackie?
I am reading Between the Devil and Desire by Lorraine Heath. And I thought that I had read this one before, but I have not. I read their kids' book, which is Falling in Bed with the Duke, which I love.
Yes.
So this is really fun.
I just read that whole series last month.
Oh, good.
Make sure you read the novella at the end when you get to the end, because it's the doctor.
Oh.
It was a really good novella. It was very good. But number 4 in that series was a 6-star book for me. So.
Ooh, wait, which one's number 4?
Number 4 is the Scoundrel Midnight
In Her Bed
with a Scoundrel. No, Midnight Pleasure with a Scoundrel, Devil, whatever. She puts them all in there, but it's the green one.
I'll find number 4.
Yeah,
I think that is Midnight Pleasure with a Scoundrel.
It has a signature Lorraine twist that I was like, what? I love it. She's great.
Ooh, Elle Bell coming through. So July 14th, 2020 was our first.
Wow.
So over a year now. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was the summer then.
So July.
That's
So it's been over a year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, it was Midnight Pleasures. I'm very impressed that you remembered that off the top of your head.
Well, I just read it, and it was 6 stars. So and it's also in my pretty journal, so I wouldn't forget. In the journal. What was it? What am I reading? Okay, so I'm planning to finish. I hope I finish it during the one Eyes of Silver, Eyes of Gold by Ellen O'Connell, who was. It's been hounded at me recently. There's been some people but it has it has the worst cover you've ever seen.
Ooh. Oh no.
Okay, not like the worst one I've ever seen, but
I was gonna say I've seen some pretty bad covers. So.
Like for a historical that you are hoping for more from, it doesn't look great. But I'm really loving it. Like the hero is so like, I just read a passage that I was like gonna cry because he was like, she looked at him like the king he believed she was made for. Because he thinks she's a queen and he's not good enough to have her. And it makes me so happy.
I love heroes who don't think they're good enough.
He really doesn't. He's expecting her to leave him at any time. Which at some point I'm going to be like, hey, I need you to stop thinking that. But right now it's really cute. So. But, oh boy, Lady of Brooks
TBR for this month.
I need the next one to come out now.
I saw it on Kindle Unlimited because I was like looking for new books, and I had like this brief moment where my heart jumped, and I was like, and then I was like, "You bitch! It's not out till May.
How dare you? How dare you?
Honestly, I think it's supposed to come sooner, but she put the date out that far. I believe it's actually supposed to come out like the end of this year, but she pushed it way out to then.
I was hoping
because the same thing happened with like.
Katie Roberts does that too.
Only James has Moonstruck set for December, but she's like, I'm planning for it to come out for Halloween, but she sets it for us so that they don't miss dates on, because if you miss Amazon, like they dock you if you.
Oh yeah.
So she set it for December, but she's like, my plan is actually for Halloween for it to come out. So I'm hoping that's what Catherine Moon is doing, but she also has so many other series she's writing, so maybe she really will wait.
She has so many more books than I thought. I went to search.
I haven't read her.
I just learned that The Lady of Brooksgrave has an audiobook. Tori told me that it had an
audiobook.
I know!
Wait,
I have no idea. And that's why I brought it up my TBR, because it has an audiobook.
Wait.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I'm
going to reread it.
So now I had to bring it up my TBR because it has that audiobook. And I was searching for it, and I did not realize how many books that Catherine Moon had. There were so many.
Yeah, there's a lot. It came out like only recently though, because it wasn't released with an audiobook.
No, it like just recently, because I originally had it like lower down on my TBR because I was like, oh, it doesn't have an audiobook. It's going to take me a really long time to read it. And then Tori told me it has an audiobook. I went and bought it right away.
I literally just bought it like just now.
And it's only like $7 or something because it's on KU.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Have you not read it yet,
okay.
Bree?
No, I read it. It's gonna be a reread.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Wait,
I was like,
reread.
I thought that you had. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited.
let's see. Okay, I'll get through these, and then I'm starving, so we gotta get through.
Hey.
Arcana, love it. Duke worth waiting for. What? Which one is that?
Oh, that's her contemporary from the anthology.
Oh,
It's he's a secret duke and he like runs a pub or something.
Oh, from that collection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The Naughty Brits.
I'm reading The Hunting Wives and Bookman Dead Style. Okay, thriller and cozy mystery. It's the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Christy, I'm loving it. I'm reading it very slowly because every word I want to read, and that's when I know my sixth sense starts tingling when I'm like, it's taking me a long time to read, and I really like it. That's a good sign. I'm reading recommendation. Yeah, you're reading it too. There we go. I want to love these. I'm gonna try again. So far, I've tried the first one and I didn't really like it, but I'll keep trying.
I've never read an Omegaverse, so that might be a good place.
Omegaverse is just tough for me. It's just
I read one.
I don't really like it.
Yeah, it's just tough for me.
I'm
But
curious.
there are plenty of people who feel other way about it. So definitely. Okay.
I feel like it's one of those things, it's a saturated market, so you have to find like the really excellent ones. And I have yet to find one that works for me.
Yeah.
Right.
A couple that I've read have not been good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like in theory,
there has to be one.
Could work.
Right. Like I feel like if done well, I would enjoy it.
I've read good smutty fanfic that's Omegaverse.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to get us started here and eat my burger, and we will meet back together in 40 minutes.
All right.
Here we go.
They were just about to kiss.
Oh.
No.
Oh no.
It is so frustrating. Literally, in historical romances, my least favorite thing ever is when someone threatens to put someone in a mental asylum. I just want to die. And that's what's happening. And I'm just like, no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. This book is intense. Yeah. Good times. My food was good too, just in case anyone was wondering.
Okay, wait. So this is a build your own burger situation, right?
Yeah.
What can you tell me a little bit about your burger? Tell us a little bit about
Elaborate on the burger.
Well, it just has, I do pickles, fresh jalapenos, onions, and lettuce. Because you can pick
Fresh jalapenos.
Yeah, I only like fresh ones because I like them to crunch and not be all soggy. So,
No cheese?
no, I didn't get cheese on it. You can, but I didn't have time. Good stuff.
I finished my book.
Did ya?
But I finished it with like 4 minutes to spare, so I didn't want to start the next one or like go on to the next one. But it was good. It was cute. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was good.
That's good. The deal with the demon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he like a nanny or something?
Yes, and I didn't know for some reason because I didn't read the back of it. I don't, and for some reason I thought it was going to be dark.
Oh
and it
yeah,
ended up being like sweet and cute, and I was like, oh, that's surprising, but I'm okay with it.
yeah. I haven't read that one, but I've heard because it was the group book for one of the paranormal readathons, I think.
Oh, okay.
Who's the author?
Chase
Verity. Okay.
Yeah. There was something, Jen, when you read it, let me know if you think this, but there's something weird about the steamy scenes. Like,
oh yeah,
it wasn't closed door, but it was like it said some things and it would like jump, like it would almost skip over. I don't know. It was weird. Oh, Tori's reading The Kiss Quotient.
Kids Quotient.
The Kids Quotient.
Kids Quotient.
I haven't read that one. I have read The Kiss Quotient.
Not my type.
I'm so excited about that book.
I'm waiting for the audio.
I'm waiting for some people to review it. Like, I'm waiting for some of my friends to read it. So, Tori, I want to know what you think. Because
Steph from Novelty Corner read it, and she said she really, really liked it.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things.
I have too.
Yeah.
Also, the cover's really cute.
I know.
I'm picky about.
I mean, I'm all for give me some books with Sharabi and role play, please. But I also want to make sure it's actually that steamy, and not it's about now. We talk about it on my thing. Like, I just want to make sure the steam level's there for it, because if you're gonna have like knot tying, that is a very sexy, intimate thing when you do knot tying, because you are close with the person for a long time to do it safely. And
what other books have you read that in? Because the only one I've read is with
Christina Lauren.
Wicked, My Opponent, We're the Opponent.
We're the Opponent.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
And
there's also a little bit of Shibari.
Ensnared, there's Spider Shirabi.
That's true. There's spiders.
There's more.
One thing I liked, I opened up Not My Type just to like take a peek. And the author like has a whole page where she's like, I am calling this Shibari because that is what it's like known as. But if we're being more specific, this is technically Kinbaku, which is the like more intricate knot tying and not like it's like specifically knotting and suspension. So I was like, okay, this person knows that like okay,
yeah.
They
did their research.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that it's actually used for sexy time and not just like I'm showing you how it works. And this is what about. Like, I want it to be used.
Well, and sometimes it's like it's just the feeling of being like the same as like a weighted blanket, which like valid, but I agree. I'm like,
well, exactly. Like, that's why you might do it. But if I'm reading in a romance book, I need it to be sexual, or I don't care. For me, like, I know there are purposes that aren't sexy, but that's not what I care to read about.
That is very on brand.
I mean, I'm just saying. But again, I know there's other reasons that book will be good. So I hope that it's all the things. I hope it's disability rep and shibari and sexy. Like I want
instructor. He's an instructor at a kink club.
That sounds like With Visions of Red, but the book that's probably like a lighter version. With Visions of Red is dark, but that sounds like a With Visions of Red light.
Chrissy, I am 77%, and the part that I just said about mental asylum, that's the part where I'm at. The threatening of such. You're on chapter 12. Okay, well, are you liking it at chapter 12? Like, are the chapters only 2 pages, or are you like halfway through on chapter 12? Because chapter 12 can mean different things.
That's true.
Yeah, in a 218-page book, chapter 12 could be like 80%.
Right, the main character isn't it? Yes, and I like knew what that one's about because she has a podcast, right? And she needs him to answer some questions, and he's like,
la, la, la. I know nothing about it, so
I'm sorry. I need to know flirt. So
I don't like knowing anything.
Well, you're
if I know like one detail that I like, then I'm like, okay, I don't want to know anything else about it.
Yeah,
I know that there's a girl in a wheelchair on the cover, and
I know, and that's like, okay,
all I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the audiobooks, which I think comes out like this month. So
yeah, I messaged her. I was like, "Is there an audiobook for this?" And she's like, "Yes."
lots of good rep in there.
Oh, right on.
And I think the author has Crohn's disease. Also.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I'm very. Which book was it that made me feel like that? Because one of my friends, when I worked at Microsoft, which I don't sad, she had Crohn's. And so I learned a lot about it, a very serious case of it. She has a pretty serious case of it. And just hearing all the stuff that she goes through for that. And so, which book did I read about this? I can't remember. But there was a book I read recently that so much of it made me feel like, wow, this person knows what it's like. Because just from what I know of my friend telling me everything, being really honest about it. Yeah. She might start a YouTube channel. She should. Like she came to me, she's like, I know you do kind of good with the YouTube stuff. Like, would you teach me? And I'm like, yeah. But then she's just got married, and so it hasn't happened. And I'm like, you definitely should. I was like, I definitely have people who would love if you would make videos about it because she's getting to some more aggressive stages of it, and gonna have to make some tough decisions. That's tough stuff. So
yeah, and having those discussions could even help her too. So
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's super cute, but it seems to be on the lighter side. Okay. And I mean, it can still be lighter and be sexy. I want it to be sexy. I know some people who actually like have the disability would want it to be deeper, but I'm okay if it shows the representation and is sexy. That's me. Like
I expected it to be lighter just because of the cover. I think. I mean, it's a illustrated cover.
Yeah, and that. Speaking of like, because Brie, I just watched your wrap up about like the Heart Principle, which I also gave 5 stars, but I don't ever want to even look at that book again. And
that was a hard book to read.
And like, I was warned about it. And I was like, I can do this. And I cried the whole way through. And at the end, I'm like, this is a 5-star book, but get it away. I don't want to ever again. Like, I'm sure it'll be cathartic for someone, but that someone was not me.
I definitely have like 2 scales of 5 stars. I'm like, okay, 5-star that I can reread 7 times in a row, and then 5 stars that I read and I loved and I never want to stop reading.
Oh, exactly. You're like, this is.
Would you guys say that it's a romance?
No, that one was women's fiction, and I was warned about that ahead of time. Like, it's women's fiction in a way that the other 2 aren't.
I feel like there was an article released about it,
but
the article was problematic. But they were like, is this really a romance? And there were like a ton of people who like, for some reason took that as like a bad thing. And like, no, this is a romance. And we're like super pissed about it. And I'm like, y'all love beach read and it will wreck it. Even then, it's not a romance. So like, why is not a romance pejorative in this case, but not another?
Women's fiction can have romance and have an HEA, and still if the main focus is about the character and their growth and their journey, that's women's fiction. Like, it still has an HEA, but Kwang is kind of like, he's a supportive person to her. It's not as much about that. Like, in my personal opinion of that, I'm like, it's a beautiful, beautiful book with a romance that has HEA, but it's about her journey. Like,
Mhm.
it is.
That's kind of what I thought.
And that was the only thing I was disappointed about because I loved him in the other book. I loved him and I wanted his story so bad. And I felt a little bit let down with that. But the book was so good otherwise.
Like they're anti like it's beautiful. It's freaky beautiful. And
that's why I said I said it leans more towards women's fiction. I still think the romance part. I think because of the meet cute was so good. I don't know, like it's I don't know.
From what I've heard, it sounds like there was a story that she wanted to write, and she ended up having to write Kwan's book into this story because of like publisher stuff. And I just wonder what we could have gotten if we had those as separate entities.
Well, and also if her mom hadn't died, and then this was the story she wrote, which as a writer, like that is a tool, like that's your catharsis to do that.
Yeah.
But when you like read the note of it, it's like, I bet there was kind of a different story planned. And then, she took a year off as she should. And this is the story that comes out, and maybe she should have wrote like a different one and then come back. But if this is how she felt it had to go, then, because I wanted more too about Kwang's, like his
story
stuff, but
it really feels like a publisher thing. And I don't know. I'm not in those meetings. Well, like they had released the first chapter of a book that is not the Heart Principle, about like meeting at like a baseball game or something. Like a year ago. Like it was a completely different story. And like they released the cover, then they released this package of what this book was going to be. And then she completely wanted to write something different, and yet it was like still the same book cover, still the same hero. So I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but I'm just like,
right.
Like, where is that initial book? Because I want that one.
Right.
The original book.
I mean, that definitely could be, because the way that like writing happens, like when we got the second book, I'm sure she was already started on this one. And then if stuff happened with her mom and the pandemic happened, and then that book got pushed a year, she might not have been able to finish the lighter book that she wanted to write. And it was like, this is what's going to happen now, But then, the publisher's still like, nope, you still have to give us the third one of these.
Yeah.
Well, I know that like Ilona Andrews, like, wants to not write the third book, Ruby Fever, which is the I don't know if you guys have read the Hidden Legacy series, but like the next book, the last book, number 6, was supposed to come out, and they're like, we cannot write this, like we're burnt out, we don't have the space for it, and Avon will not release them, so it's just in limbo
forever.
And they keep pushing the title back, but like, and they've been pretty open on their blog about it, so I'm just like, which like, I'm very sad because I like that series and want to read the book, but also these are people.
I mean, that's the tough stuff, and that's the benefit and the detriment of having traditionally published. You have the security of you're locked in a contract, but you also have you're locked into a contract. And, like think of how like Katie Robert, like she burned out of one thing, so she's like, nope, I'm just scrapping the rest of the series for now. I'm gonna write these, do what I want, and like. Not everyone is a Katie Robert, but like she is diversified between hers. Like she's had publishing deals. She has one now, but she also just publishes whatever the fuck she wants. She literally made that like monster stuff up happen because she's so
excited.
If you're a patron, we literally watched that happen through her. Like she went through some months where she was reading a bunch, and she's like, okay. The same thing with her vampire series. She was watching like vampire anime, and she's like, I want to write a vampire series. And she busted those ones out because she can do whatever the hell she wants to.
Did you guys see the art she dropped the other day?
Oh, yeah. I got my naughty art in the mail because I got
the
NSFW of Hook and Tink and, not Hook and Tink.
Gaston Beast.
I was like, shit, I can't put this anywhere, but I want to.
I know, same.
I want that scene of Belle of Tink
it's
and
hot.
Hook though. I want it so bad.
We'll get it. People have to vote for it. That's
eventually.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing is you can have the. Yeah, I mean Bonnie knows. We know, and we all know. Like, there's a comfort in it, and there's also like if you're a self-pub author. If you want to have enough to do it full time, you have to be putting out books a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put them out consistently. Like, you know, if you don't have,
I like how Katie's open about that on
Oh, yeah.
social media. Like she's really open about like, okay, yeah, I like get to chase my joy, but also like I have to be mindful and make decisions about what is selling and what isn't. Like, so fascinating.
I mean, and I think it's crazy too, all of the new fans she has, like honestly from TikTok. But like I've been a fan for I think like 3 years now. And like her Patreon was tiny when I started. And I was like, dude, I'm getting free books from her every month. I'm totally gonna be a part of this. And now, you know, she has like 850 patrons who have found her because of TikTok, and they don't realize the hustle that she's done for the past like 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's amazing. They're authors are talented people no matter who they work for.
Yeah.
But it's a special kind of breed of someone who can be an indie author and pump that stuff out, you know. So
I'm so happy for her. I know like she was for a while during COVID, like she was the only person who was working just because, you know, restrictions and so I'm just like delighted for her that after that very stressful time, she's got like a shit ton of people who are like, can we read all your books? Like, please, can we buy it? Like, I'm like, yes. All of the new things.
Those covers for the Wicked Villain series are going to be fucking fire.
I'm so excited.
Honestly,
Lynch covers
rude of her to drop those.
They need to start putting the Wicked
sketches.
Villain series in the young adult section at Barnes & Noble, though.
I know. I've seen sketches of all of them, what they'll look like.
She posted them on Patreon.
Yeah. I'm like dying.
Beautiful.
That's so
pretty. Can't wait.
I'm sad that those ones won't be included in being a patron, though. But that's okay. I understand why not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I literally just bought all of the like I got them off of her page, like all of the paperbacks, and I'm like, now I have to buy this too.
I know.
I do like the original covers though, and all of mine are signed that I have because I've been a patron.
Me too.
She was, I've been a patron since the 4th Wicked Villain came out, so I have all of those.
All of Beast, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good stuff. So, but yeah. Anyway, well, this was super fun. Yeah.
Do we have a person hosting next week yet? Because if not, somebody should definitely have on there.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Yeah, so if you haven't hosted before or you want to try hosting, anybody?
It's super chill, I promise. I literally.
It's a good way, especially if you've never done a live show before. It's a good way to like start because it's low key.
Just remember, when I did it back in, now we know, July of 2020, I had like 1,200 subscribers. It's fine. All of these people will show up to whoever does it. So, you know, we'll be there.
There are no people in the one for next week or the week after. It doesn't have a host
like
or any people.
There's nobody until like Halloween week. So, because they want to do Halloween that one. So, yeah.
Ooh, I'm putting myself in for Halloween week.
Yeah,
they're going to do like a costume party they want to do. That's cool.
Bree, I wanted to tell you that, I mean, I watch your channel for books and stuff, but I have a ton of autoimmune issues and I'm on AIP. So we should talk sometime because that diet is absolutely insane.
It's insane. It's freaking hard. It's almost, yes. Message me on Instagram anytime. I will happily talk to you. I feel you. Oh my gosh, my heart for you right now.
Well,
it's so hard.
So not to get too far into it, but on top of being on AIP, I'm deathly allergic to coconut.
Oh no. That's such a big part of AIP. Victoria is going through something similar too.
I have a vlog going up tomorrow where I made like tomato sauce out of beets and carrots. It's actually delicious though. I mean, honestly it was, but yeah, I'll message you because
Victoria's feeling you out.
Yes. Like I feel you.
It is so hard.
It's so hard. And I wish I could tell you it gets easier. But I mean, to be honest, it does. Like your taste buds will change, and things that tasted gross when you first tried them, when you first go on it, it gets better. And it gets easier. But what's good about AIP is eventually you can get off of it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So yes, message me. I will happily talk to you about that.
Well, thank you everyone for joining, and this was a good time. Hope your rest of your week is good. We survived a Tuesday, so that's great.
We made it. We're halfway there.
Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye.